Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're making rasgulla. We're just making the classic version today. As you guys know, I recently did a coconut version. So light and airy on the inside. So if you'd like to see how to make this amazing recipe, it's going to be super simple to put together. Let me show you all how it's done. We're going to start by making our simple syrup. So to 5 cups of water, I'm adding in 4 cups of sugar. We're going to give that a mix and bring this up to a simmer. You want the sugar crystals to dissolve. Bring it up to a simmer. Once it's a nice syrup, you can remove it from the stove and set it aside. You don't need this to form a thread. You're just looking for a simple syrup consistency. And if you wanted to add less sugar, of course you can. So set that aside and let's prepare our dough. I have 4 cups of milk powder, and to that I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of elychee, and we're going to give this a mix. Mix it really well and just set that aside. In this small mug, we're going to add in ginger puree. I love to add ginger. If you didn't want to, you can just make it all milk. And in goes evaporated milk. We need 1 cup of this in total. So just give that a mix. Once it's mixed properly, we're going to add it to our dry mixture. Now I'm going to add half of it and mix. And then as I start to mix and it absorbs it, I'll add in the other half. Now I use the entire 1 cup for 4 cups of flour. If your dough isn't how mine looks when by the time I'm done, I suggest you adding a little more milk. But just watch how I knead it and how it looks before you add any extra. You see how it comes together? I didn't add any extra milk. That 1 cup with that ginger puree in there is just the right amount for 4 cups of milk powder. This is how it should look. Nice and soft. I'm going to clean my hands. And now we're going to roll out our balls. You want to roll out your balls right away while the dough is still soft. If your dough gets hard, you'll have to add some milk to the dough and try to work that in. So you want to try your best as soon as you need it. Roll out your balls, and with this recipe you can roll out a couple balls before you start frying. You want to make sure your balls are nice and smooth. If your balls are cracking up, you need some more liquid in there. So I'm going to continue rolling out the balls, and I'm going to fry this in 2 batches. If you want, you can roll out all and then fry. So I'm going to put the first set into my oil. Now your oil must be on a medium-low heat. If it's too hot, it's going to burn on the outside and not cook on the inside. And you want it to be nice and airy and pillowy soft. So you guys see how it's barely bubbling? That's how you want it. I'm just shimmying them around a little bit so they don't stick to the bottom. Once they start to float, you can leave them and they'll do their thing. You'll see that they'll move and they'll flip on their own as they're frying. I also like to still go in and check on them and move them around. Once they're golden brown, then you can remove them from your oil. And once you finish fry the first set, you can go ahead and drain it on paper towels, and you can continue to fry the second set until you've fried out all of your rasgullas. While this is frying, you would want to make the balls for the second set. So as I said, drain on paper towels. See how beautiful it looks? Now once you're finished frying, remove that paper towel. And now we're going to put that warm syrup over our rasgullas. We want this to soak. I like to let it soak overnight. This one you can actually let it soak overnight. The coconut version, it absorbs the syrup faster and you wouldn't want that to get too soft. So this one actually holds up pretty well in the syrup. I like to go in every half an hour and give it a mix, making sure that all of the balls are soaking evenly. So let me cut into one so you guys can see what it looks like on the inside. This is the next day after soaking. You guys can leave the syrup in it if you like, allow it to continue to soak more, but it's soaked right through, and it was really delicious with that ginger. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Make it, comment down below, tag me on Instagram. I want to see what you make. Please, if you need any help for Diwali, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.